Okay, my ladies, welcome to another episode of Mirrorless Makeup, learning to apply our makeup without a mirror, using muscle memory. But honestly, I think some of these tips can be used whether you have vision or not, okay? Because I know sometimes applying that contour and where it goes is a new concept, and a lot of us get lost. I know it was for me when I started, and I don't think that had much to do with my vision. It was just, I had no idea. Okay, so I have put on my two shades here. I have my main highlight and my brightening highlight on. So now I'm going to apply my contour. I'm just gonna actually pop it out, make it easier. I'm gonna hold it. Okay, this is my cream contour with Saint. I've never used other contour, but I feel like you could probably take the same concepts and run with it, okay? So I'm gonna teach again using my finger, especially when we have low vision. It's a lot easier because we are feeling our face with our fingers, and the touch helps us remember it. Like the muscle memory kicks in and we just remember where it goes. Okay, so first off, we're going to contour our forehead. So we don't want to go right up to our hairline. So you're going to, take your finger, the width of your finger, and just go ahead and imagine that you're going to draw a rainbow, maybe a finger width below that hairline, okay? So when it comes to our contour, sometimes it's a little more stiff, especially if you live in Canada like me and it's stinking cold. So you're going to have to sometimes get your finger in there good. You don't need tons, and we're going to go ahead. If you even want to put a finger there, I use my middle finger to apply. I think if you put your pointer finger there and then go ahead and use your middle finger, tap it into the middle of your forehead, and then draw a rainbow down, stopping at your temple, okay? So I just did half of my forehead. Now I'm going to go ahead, put a little more contour on my finger, and I'm going to do the other half. Now, it's okay if you don't, if you aren't able to see if it's actually fully connected. I have full tutorials that I actually do with my eyes closed. And it all blends together, trust me. That is the amazing part of this makeup. Okay, so we've done our forehead. Let's move on to our cheekbones. First, we're gonna find our cheekbones. I want you to find the top of your ear where, not the top of your ear and your hair, where your ear meets your face, okay? So the flappy part there, oh my goodness, sometimes my descriptions are not good. Okay, so we're gonna find that area. And that is pretty much where your cheekbone is going to start. So I want you to take your finger and I want you to hug that cheekbone, follow it down, stopping pretty much at the outer corner of your eye. Now when we're applying our contour, we don't want to go into that sunken in area because we don't want to drag our face down, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to hug that bone. We're not going to go above it. Not necessarily on it. We're just gonna hug kind of that bottom portion. So I want you to just practice doing that with your finger. Once you feel comfortable with that, we're going to apply our contour. Again, I'm using my middle finger, starting there at the top of my ear, and I am following it down, and I'm stopping pretty much with the outer corner of my eye. And I always seem to get it a little darker at the top, but that's okay. We're gonna blend it out and we're gonna let it sit on our face for a bit so it blends nicer. I'm gonna add a little bit more because I can see that I didn't have as much. If you're new to it, don't worry about it. I promise you it's there. Okay, so let's do the other side. Again, we're going to find our cheekbone by finding where the top of our ear meets our face. Find that bone, hug it, follow it down to the outer corner of our eye, okay? And if it makes you feel better, go ahead and do it with your finger first. Okay? Awesome possum. All right, now we're going to take our finger, we're going to do under our lip. We're just gonna use a little bit, and I mean, you can find your lip, right? So we're just gonna go under, and we're just going to give ourselves a little shadow. Don't worry, we're gonna blend it in. Okay, alrighty. Okay, let's do our jawline. So again, I want you to take a finger without makeup on it. I want you to go under your earlobe. I don't want you putting your head up. I just want you being at a normal stance, whatever. Be normal with your head. And take your finger and you're going to draw a line. Again, you're just hugging that jawbone, okay? So we're not going way above, we're not going way under, we're just gonna kind of hug it, okay? After you've done it a couple times, go ahead and apply. This is going to minimize the look of double chin, give us a more structured jawline, all of the things we want. And honestly, let's do the other side here, find under your earlobe. Contour, you know, it's really just Spanx for your face. It's giving you an easy facelift, and we are playing with our natural shadows. Okay, so I hope you've got that far. If you need to pause it and practice, please do so. Lastly, we're going to contour our nose, and this is the easiest way, one of the easiest ways to learn, especially with the vision factor there. Go ahead, I put it on my middle finger still. I'm going to rub them together. And then I'm going to start at the very top of my, oh, look at me shake. Start at the very top of my nose, and then I'm going to bring my fingertips together. I'm going to hug the bridge of my nose. I'm going to draw a line straight down like you're going down a ski slope to the tip of your nose. You can even put a bit on the end, okay? And that's it. So we've done our contour placements. Yes, now we're going to blend. Give me 1 second. All right, so when we blend, we are going to, I'm gonna take, this is the 3D brush. We have lots of brushes, whichever one you have. I'm gonna take the fluffy end and I'm gonna start with my forehead, and I'm just going to blend it up into my hairline and just blend it out. I mean, don't overthink it. We're not wanting to bring it way down. Okay, and the contour is like stiffer because that way we know it's going to stay where we placed it. We don't want it getting everywhere, okay? So we're just going to blend that out. I will do the other half of my face after. With our cheek contour, we are going to just follow that same line, and we're going to be flicking up, okay? We just want to always be blending up. So you can do little flicks. Just remember where you had your finger there, and just start, if it's easier to start up at the top where your ear meets your face, start there and just flick up, ending at the outer corner of your eye. Don't overthink it. If you go a bit past, you can also just take your brush and follow that line up. Start at the outer corner of your eye and follow your cheekbone up, okay? All right, there we go. And go ahead and blend until you feel good. Yeah, it's your contour, so we don't want to blend it away, but I know when you first start, you can be nervous about that. Totally get it. Okay, let's blend under our jaw. This time we're going to blend down, so we're gonna start at our lobe, and I just want you to do flicking down under our jawline there onto our neck. Okay, don't overthink it, and just, yeah, you honestly don't usually have to blend that much, but do until you feel comfortable. Ask somebody around, or you can always send me a selfie, okay? And then we're gonna go under our lip, taking that same fluffy end. We're just going to go back and forth. Even if a bit gets on your lips, that's like totally fine. Okay, so we're going to just blend that. And then with our nose contour, okay, so I want you to think we want it to go down. We don't want to take our contour across the bridge of our nose. We want to be flicking it just little flicks down the sides of our noses, okay? So start with the one side and just do little flicks down. And again, these are all the things you can contour, but you don't have to contour all these places, okay? If you're overwhelmed, start with the forehead and the cheeks. That's totally fine, okay? That's totally fine. This is just the extra, okay? And I don't even always contour my nose. It's just a way to, if you feel like you have a wider nose, this is a great way to make it look more narrow. The closer you are hugging your nose bone, the bridge of your nose, the more narrow it's going to look, okay? So I'm just going to blend the other side and I'll be right back. Okay, so there you have it. We have added dimension to our faces, a little shadow, nothing crazy. I know you can do it, but you always feel free to ask for help, okay? Whether that's a DM, reach out, okay? Because I don't want you to get overwhelmed. I know you can do this. Have a good day.